Hi, it's Rita Wilkins, the Downsizing Designer. So I'm calling you from my car again tonight because we're still working on a project at the beach. So I'm windblown, not wet this week. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you tonight about something that I get asked all the time. So the topic tonight is 5 extreme decluttering tricks that will simplify your life. So it seems like we're always looking for different tricks or hacks to make our lives easier, me included. And there are 2 questions that I get asked all the time when it comes to downsizing and decluttering. The first one, of course, is where do I start? And they're often overwhelmed by the amount of clutter. And the task of cluttering is so daunting that that the amount of clutter actually prevents people from getting started. So I remember sitting down on the floor of my large family room when I had my big house, and I just started to cry. I said, where do I start? I had no idea. And this is now 6 years ago. But a lot's happened since that time, and that's why I love sharing my adventure or my journey with you. So that experience was so real to me that I can still feel it today. And so if you're experiencing, overwhelm and saying, where do I start? I do understand thoroughly. So the second question that I get most asked is, are there any tricks that they can use, either myself that I use or recommend to my clients to declutter that will help simplify their life? And the funny thing is that these 5 extreme decluttering tips or tricks that I'm sharing with you tonight will not only get you started, but they'll also be tricks and tools that you can use regularly in your home to remain decluttered. So who doesn't want, to develop a new habit or something that can help you stay uncluttered once you get decluttered. So that'll give you then the peace of mind from living in a clutter-free environment. So my 5 extreme decluttering tricks that will help simplify your life. So number 1 is know a decluttering method that works best for you, the one that you've already gotten results from. So it could be if you've had a decluttering method that you've used before, that you were able to make good progress, why not use that same decluttering method again? People don't always think about methods when it comes to decluttering, but there are methods that we each use to help simplify and help to declutter. So my personal go-to decluttering method is what I call the burst method. And typically I use 15 minutes or 50 minutes. So at least once a day, I will declutter an area of my home or my car, which is typically needing it the most. And it will let you, so if you do start with like a 15-minute burst method, what you do is you basically pick an area that's manageable and set your timer for 15 minutes or 50 minutes if it's a larger project. And once you've set that timer, have all of your things ready to go, the boxes, the trash bags, anything else. And this habit will become part of your routine. So for me, at least once a week, I use a 15-minute decluttering method on my car because by the end of the week, it's usually pretty messy. So, but also my desk area is, so look around your house and see areas that you could use 5, 10, 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be 15 minutes, but where can you use that time well to declutter every single day? And then it becomes a habit. So the second extreme decluttering method that will help simplify your life is start with one drawer at a time, one shelf at a time, one area at a time. Sometimes we overwhelm ourselves by looking at an entire room or entire garage, and then of course we're going to get overwhelmed. But if you just take a room and you say, okay, I'm going to work on that one shelf, that one drawer, and believe me, a little progress is better than no progress at all. And it is surprising how motivating it is to complete one area, see the progress, and then you gain momentum. And so this trick helps you get started and get off your duff, so to speak. The third one is, and this is kind of a fun one for me because I love rainy days, and not every day, of course, but a rainy day or a gloomy day is a perfect time to declutter. I don't know about you, but if it's beautiful outside, I don't particularly want to be decluttering. As a matter of fact, it's probably the last thing that I'd want to be doing. So if you know it's going to be a rainy day or a rainy weekend, why not plan to put a big dent in your decluttering project? So pick an area of your house, get all your trash bags ready, turn on some great music, and just get started. This trick I've used many, many times, and I always think of never waste a rainy day. So we always have some sort of clutter around our house, and whether it's a whole day project or just an hour or two, it's amazing how much you can accomplish. So the fourth extreme decluttering method that I use is start with the obvious, which includes duplicates. So one of the easiest ways to get started is to remove those items that are broken, they're not used, they're not wanted, or they're not used anymore. So especially the bigger items of furniture. We all have those pieces that, like for instance, a china cabinet. Do you really use your china cabinet anymore? Would that space look cleaner, less cluttered if you no longer had a china cabinet? Or the server. These are things that, as young couples, we used to buy them, and it fit our formal dining room. Well, frankly, we don't have as many formal dining rooms now. So look around your house, see if there's larger pieces that you can start getting rid of, and immediately you start to feel your house is lighter. So, hi Mary. So the last decluttering tip that I have is to just have fun. So it's all about mindset. So instead of making decluttering a chore, why not make a game of it? So when you feel overwhelmed or when you get stuck, I always recommend calling a friend to help you get unstuck, or a family member, because when you say the task is daunting, it is daunting. So if you just shift your mindset and if you reframe that statement, try to make it fun. And decluttering actually can be fun, especially when you're doing it with someone that you care about. So when I was trying to downsize from my 11 closets and 9 rolling racks, it's almost sinful to say that anymore, but it was true. I called a friend who happened to be a Marine colonel, and I knew that she would tell me the truth, and she was brutally honest with me. And so I tried on almost every single piece of clothing. It took an entire day, and as I tried them on, she would tell me, Rita, that looks like hell on you, or she would say it looks good. So if it looked good, keep it. If it didn't look good, then donate it or trash it. And of course, then there came to the different sizes, because I think I've shared with most of you that I had 4 different sizes in those multiple closets and rolling racks. And so what I discovered was that I knew I didn't want to be that large size anymore. So it was very easy to get rid of those. The next size down, I looked at them and I said, I really don't use really dressy dresses too much anymore. So of course keep some, but not nearly as many as I did have. And then the business suits, I really just wasn't wearing business suits as such. So it was easy to pare those down. Now the third size down, I won't tell you the numbers, but the third size down, I did keep quite a few of those, but I was able to pare down the extra white pants, the extra black pants. When you think about it, who needs 10 pairs of black pants or white pants? And that's essentially what I had. And as shameful as that is, just thinking about it right now, it was my reality. So it was easy to pare those down a little bit. And so after I tried on every single piece of clothing, I kept thinking, she was like the best thing that happened to me, because I really, during that period of downsizing, decluttering, she made me make decisions. And essentially, clutter is deferred decisions. So when you defer a decision to remove those items that no longer fit or look good, no wonder that we, have so much. So it's really helpful to have a friend that will help you make those decisions. So I was able to overcome this. It was a big hurdle for me, and I'd been dealing with it for years. So now I have basically 2 closets. Everything fits me. And there's even a smaller size in there that is my motivation. So I hope that this helps you. There's 5 tips. We'll also be creating a blog of this, so if you miss anything, please feel free to go to the blog. It'll probably be posted by tomorrow. And I also always create a YouTube video on this same content. So I'm so glad to see all of you, and I see some comments here. I'm decluttering my closets that don't fit anymore because you've lost so much weight, Mary. You're my motivation. So anyway, I hope that this helps you all, and thanks for checking in. I'll be back again on Thursday talking about interior design. Have a good night.